Okay, so I'm going to try to do a cart update while the 2DS is on firmware 2.1. You can tell that it's firmware 2.1 because you can't see all of Pokemon here, and the Xerneas is actually, it's not centered, so it's like a common distortion with firmware 2.1. I actually couldn't show you that it was firmware 2.1 if I wanted, because if you were going to system settings, normally the firmware would be right here, but because the top screen is stretched right across, you can't see it. So we're going to try and open up Pokemon X, and we're going to do a software update, and let's see if it works. It might break the system. It might successfully update to 6.0.0.3, I think it is. The device already has a 9LH, so if it does brick, then I can just recover it by doing a NAND restore. Almost there. Hypothetically, this should probably brick the system. The system update is complete. The system will now be restarted. Well, let's see what happens. The blue light at the top is not flickering yet. It looks like a brick. Yep, that's a brick. So we're going to turn it off by holding the power button until the blue light turns off. Well, you don't have to hold it the entire time. You hold it for a little bit and then it'll turn off on its own after about 10 seconds. Alright, there it goes. So we're going to try to boot into recovery mode by holding L, R, A up on the D-pad and then hitting power. I do it in front of the webcam, but it's super awkward. And doesn't look like recovery mode wants to turn on either. You can see the blue light's on. Let's try it one more time. So we're gonna power it off just to make sure that I didn't mess anything up here. I'll try to enter recovery mode. So you guys can see where my fingers are at, but it's pretty tough to do it, considering you got to be all over the device while it's happening. Okay, the device is off, so it is the A button, L, R, up on the D-pad, and then the power button. I'll try to hit it with my pinky here. Oh God, it's a black on black DS. It's almost impossible to see. Okay, so I'm holding all the buttons, and I cannot boot into recovery mode, so the 2DS is 100% totally bricked after trying to cart update. So don't try to cart update your device while you're on firmware 2.1.